Hello. We're back.
Hello.
We ran into some problems, mostly which is the game crashing.
Mhm.
So we're gonna skip. We'll let these cutscenes play through. We've already seen them, so we're probably just gonna talk over this. Summary: we tried to stop the purge. In doing so, we attempted to appeal to the fallacy from Pulse,
For real?
and thus got turned into Lucy. And the fallacy came crashing down to Lake Brescia. And Connor, I don't know if it's been gone over, but Cocoon is like a floating
This must be Lake Brescia?
world above Pulse.
Well, I guess we fell from up there.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
The lake turned to crystal? Help me out here. I mean, did the Foul Sea do this?
And
How in the
then
world did we end
yeah.
up here?
How should I know?
we all became Lucy.
How?
Sarah! No one survives a fall from that high. Not without a miracle. Sarah saved us!
Sarah, listen. It's all your fault. She got...
And actually, I forgot that we saved past some cutscenes, which really was just a flashback of Snow proposing to Sarah, kind of establishing why he's here.
How did I? Still?
Yeah.
You used magic.
And now we can use magic.
See.
And now we can use magic.
Yeah.
See now.
Right.
And we're gonna learn this game's battle system essentially, which I'm gonna skip the tutorial and I'll just kind of explain as we go. Basically, you get into battle with a loadout of different character roles. Some meant to do damage, some meant to build staggers, some meant to tank. And in this case, we have two Ravagers. You can see their roles kind of next to their name with some small abbreviations. So next to Lightning, you can see Calm for Commander, which is basically just the DPS character. Rab is Ravager for like the Stagger character. And we have access to, let's see, what else? Sentinel, which is the tank, and then Medic, which is the healer. But effectively, you are just constantly or frequently
So we really are
changing
Lucy.
paradigms depending on what you want to do.
Oh, looks like it.
You too?
Yep.
And
Right
there's
here.
her thigh tattoo.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad he kind of acknowledges that that's a funky spot.
Why me?
Oh, calm down.
I don't even know you. Will you have to go and attack that thing? Just leave me alone. It's your fault.
Fun fact,
It's your fault, my...
Hope is voiced by the guy that voices,
All of this is your and Sarah's
I
fault.
think
Watch
Phineas from Phineas and Ferb. 1 second.
Sorry.
Everything is gonna be all right. You'll see. Come on. Off we go.
See, huh?
Yep. We're all playing for Team Pulse now. Why me?
All right. Sorry about that. Had to take a phone call. All right. So we have a paradigms menu now, Connor, which we can make up to 6 paradigms total. I think in general. Okay, yeah. We can change it as we want to. So see, let's make a new one. 2 commandos and a Ravager. Oh, and some characters only have a certain class, too. So, like,
Apparently, I muted myself again.
lovely. So,
Yeah.
so like, for
so-
instance, Lightning can't be a medic. Right now, she can only be a commando and a Ravager.
Okay. Which kind of makes sense.
Yeah. They can get all of them eventually, I believe. But it doesn't, you'll have like less affinity towards it, so you won't be as effective at it. Yeah, so only Vanille can be the medic right now, and the Ravager. She cannot be the commando. Okay. So again, I really like this battle system. A lot of people still will say like, oh, it's just auto battle. But I really enjoy it.
Okay, if we don't know our focus, how do we complete it?
I think I saw it.
Saw what?
That is how a focus comes down, people. The Fal'Cie, they don't spell it out with clear-cut instructions. All you get is a hazy glimpse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, that's what they say. Legends and all. Legends.
Okay.
Did you see anything?
I just...
Oh, you know what?
It's all kind of foggy, but I saw this big, towering...
What? Wait a minute. Hold on now. Do we all have the same dream?
Ragnarok.
Always Ragnarok.
So, we all saw the same dream. We all heard that same voice.
You mean that was our focus? But how are we supposed to know what to do from that?
That's the tricky part. The dream's the only hint the Fal'Cie gives us. Figuring out what to do with it, that's our job.
Okay. We're pulselessy, right? Enemy's a cocoon. So, does that mean that our focus is... Are we supposed to...
Save her.
Say what?
Our focus is to protect Cocoon.
Really? Okay. And why's
My
that?
guy.
Sarah told us. Let's do it. We're all in this together. I'm gonna look for Sarah. She ought to be nearby.
I'll come too!
This fool.
Wait!
Jeez. Yeah, that boy can't stay still.
Really?
Did my party change? Okay, no. Oh. Tutorial. Having come to see, the members of your party can now develop their powers, learning new abilities or improving attributes such as strength, magic, and HP. The Crystarium is now accessible from the menu. God damn it. Okay, next use blank to select which character you wish to develop. This is the Crystarium, which allows you to develop a character's abilities in various roles. Lightning can currently develop as a Commando or Ravager. Each has its own path of development. Use blank to select Commando and plus blank. As you can see, the Ruin Crystal is illuminated. Illuminated crystals represent known abilities. Lightning can use the offensive magic spell Ruin whenever she's playing the role of Commando. The crystal next to Ruin is still dimmed, but by extending the line of Crystal Genesis to reach it, Lightning can obtain the crystal and its benefits. You can advance the path of Crystal Genesis by holding X Doing so will consume Christogen points, CP. Character development always requires CP. Go ahead and advance Lightning's path. Press X and the line will extend, gradually consuming CP. Continue holding X until the line reaches the next crystal. Oh, okay. You obtain Strength 4, plus 4, increasing Lightning Strength attribute by 4. Attributes can only be used when in the corresponding role. But abilities can only be used when in the corresponding role, but attribute bonuses like this apply across all roles. At times, you must direct the course of Christogenesis. Normally, the line will advance until you run out of CP. However, it stops automatically at branching points, like the Strength plus 4 crystal you just obtained. To continue advancing Christogenesis, hold X and press in the desired direction. Well, let's go up.
Okay.
You've run out of CP, so Christogenesis cannot proceed. To develop further, you'll need to earn more CP. Characters earn CP after each battle. Once you have fought enough, return to the Crystarium to obtain more crystals. You can develop other party members as well. If you wish to do so now, press, I think, the bumpers to select another character. When you have finished, press circle to exit. And here's the rub, though. The CP is across all of your roles. From what I remember.
So you have to choose which one to apply it to.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically choosing to specialize your different party members. Then.
And my boy is
which kind of makes sense a little bit, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, my boy is definitely a tank though. Like he is meant to be a tank.
I will say this is moderately disorienting. The little upgrade system they decided on for this.
And actually, I think there's only one thing to upgrade out of the Sentinel system. Yeah, Sentinel's good. So let's. Do I need 40? Let's make him a tank. Like it's meant to be pretty, like. Really set? Oh, because it's Ravager. It's meant to be a mage class, so it costs more. Oh, what? Hers costs more in general. What the fuck? What's her health? 350. Let's get her closer to another spell. I think that's the move. Okay. Wait, can I? What about the little boy? Oh, he's a synergist. That's a buffer, basically. No, his costs more in general. Okay. Yeah, Hope is probably the best Ravager synergist in the game.
We need to find a way out of here. We can worry about everything else later. There's gotta be a way through here somewhere.
I want to say Venial is actually the best Saboteur, which is the debuffer class.
That you don't have yet?
No. But that's kind of the thing. We unlock. That's one thing. This game really drip feeds a lot of the features.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
I forgot what the technical points are for. Okay. So, like, even... What is this? 14 years later, this game still looks great.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Especially compared to others, and I do think that like stylizing it a little bit helps, because it's like I was saying before with 16 a while ago. Like 16 looks really, really nice, and they're able to do a little more with the fineness of the features than they could in this one, and I'm sure that like the 7 remake is possibly even better. I haven't played them, but in this era, you would kind of necessarily smooth over some things.
Oh, this is all of our selling stuff. I think I don't remember.
I was about to say, where's the money at the bottom? Did Final Fantasy 16 also use Gil, or did they have a different currency? Because most of them use Gil.
They all use Gil.
Okay.
1,000. That's a lot. Okay, I'm not gonna buy anything. I don't remember this game being that hard, and also as a more like veteran game player, I don't think I'll struggle too much compared to back then. Did I get him preemptive?
Yeah, like the first time
No,
you're playing
I
these
didn't.
games, the first time you're playing these games, you probably don't like know how to do the different things, so you're not.
But also, like, I didn't really understand stagger that much, admittedly. Like,
Oh, fair.
yeah, we're gonna take care of the big guy, the flying guys first. And now you can see, like, now that we have classes, staggering, at least on these easier enemies, is just cakewalk. And I'm pretty sure almost every Final Fantasy since has used stagger in some capacity. Lady,
Yeah.
how am I? What?
That's a lot
Okay.
of enemies.
That's a lot of enemies.
I'm sure there's some kind of crafting system that I'm not remembering right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think my main long like ever standing, and like I'll have to return to the game after some distance from it. For Final Fantasy 16, it's just like
Magic may be cursed, but it makes us strong.
your elements didn't seem to have any consequence, and
No, they just didn't.
and
Like,
like
straight up.
very little of the game. Like, I think I appreciate some of the linearity, but like it didn't have a lot of branching options other than like
Here we go.
how you approach some side quest stuff.
That's the reason we're Lassie. To stop it. To keep Cocoon safe.
Yeah, why don't you give us one reason?
So now
to
they're
believe that? One reason.
Sarah.
now this is a game about stopping Ragnarok.
Yeah.
She said to protect Cocoon. And then she turned to Crystal. That's the proof right there. She completed her focus. That means ours is to save Cocoon. Sarah's fal'Cie was the same as ours. Our focus has got to be the same. We were chosen to be guardians. To defeat Ragnarok. It makes sense.
What the hell it does? You're grasping at straws, son. Post fal'Cie are Cocoon's enemies. We just got recruited by one of them. If I were a betting man, I'd put us on the other side.
So Sarah's an enemy too? Well, I don't buy it. We have the power to save Cocoon if we work together and carry out our focus.
The fal'Cie took Sarah from us, and you want to help it? Whose side are you on?
Freeze!
Hell yeah.
Place your hands behind your heads.
Yeah, I have to admit, like before playing any of the games, and obviously Final Fantasy 16 goes back to like the
Maybe.
very like the medieval fantasy type stuff.
Nice.
I thought all of these games were that. Like until I played through, or saw more about Final Fantasy 7.
Ooh, what's this? I don't remember this, so. Oh, okay. If you wish to manually enter Commands in battle. First, choose abilities to display the list of actions at your disposal. Choose abilities with X, and then press X to add them to your command queue. A description of each ability will be shown at the top of the screen. Try selecting abilities now to enter some commands. Becoming Lassie extended Lightning's ATB gauge by 1 segment, meaning that she can now perform up to 3 consecutive actions. Now that her gauge is longer, it also takes longer to fill. However, you can execute commands at any time. To do so, simply press triangle. This will execute commands assigned to charge segments. Leftover charge will be carried over to your next turn. Now take a look at the ability list below. The number next to each ability is its ATB cost. More powerful abilities have higher ATB costs. Try entering enough commands to fill the gauge. We're going to blitz and then attack. Entering commands manually allows you to determine their order, which is important since chain bonuses vary by command. Pay attention to each ability's ATB cost and try to fill your command key with the most effective sequences possible. Oh. That worked out. And this is kind of definitely an older JRPG, or at least older fantasy thing, where they really like interrupt flow of gameplay for
Cream of the crop.
Yeah, but Psychon's
the
an anti-pulse task force.
tutorials.
Haven't fought a war in centuries.
Yeah.
Bunch of rookie troops swinging around overpriced toys.
So, from what you're telling me, sounds like a regular old soldier has got more training than special forces.
Nothing for us Lassie to be afraid of.
Cut the crap. Their grunts might be green, but Psychom's elites are cold-blooded beasts. They hit the field and it's game over.
Uh-oh. Then let's run away. Ciao!
Wait, hey, wait!
You're gonna hate her. I already know.
I just it's a bit annoying. It's a bit
is.
much, and I think it's intentional, but it's still like they still made the choice.
With
didn't
her
pay.
arc, it is definitely an intentional thing, considering her narration earlier in the game too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the game is fairly linear. Like, there's no denying
Wonder what
that.
happened to everyone else.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Are
don't.
you gonna turn? There we go.
I'm not nearly as
Fuck.
frustrated with linearity as I used to be, and part of that's like
No, and
I have more options to play. I think as a kid, I wanted all my games to be open world because I only was able to buy like maybe 4 a year,
mhm.
if that, and like if they were too simple, it just meant I couldn't have as much fun with them as long because.
Yeah. Half the time I don't have time to think about editing attacks. And these are fairly simple fights still. Like, I'm still doing a decent amount of damage to them. And it really helps that health is regened fully after each fight.
Yeah, that you're not having to deal with that as you.
As I continue
Definitely is.
fighting.
I forget. Did they do that? Was that how it worked in 16? I think.
No.
No, you had to use potions out of combat
Yeah.
if necessary.
Mm-hmm. Do you even have healing spells? No, right? Oh, well, we might as well go 60. What's life set? Recharge 1 ATB gauge segment upon... Is that a passive? Auto ability. Hell yeah. Okay. I guess let's build up his... And you can already kind of see that, like, there's very limited growth right now. Like, I maxed out his Sentinel stuff with just one. His Ravager stuff is already maxed out. I only have one node I can go to for his Commander one. But even then, I remember feeling like, oh, I don't have that many levels to actually grow. did want water. Okay. I forgot how much 13's music slaps. This is the first. Oh, this is the second Final Fantasy without any input from Nobuo Uematsu, like the composer for like the first 11 of them. Rather, this is the first mainline one. Oh, I should be using Libra.
Just stay out of my way.
Which I forgot. There we go. I was like, how do we look at Libra? Okay. So Libra is our scan, basically. Tells us their weaknesses.
Oh, I see. So it's like the, I don't know what else to call it than the tactical mode in a BioWare game.
Yeah, but you have to initiate it every time. Then it's added to your bestiary, and then like the CPUs can actually take advantage of it. Because if you don't, then unless you happen to
Just stay out of my way.
get so Vanille got messed up, so I'm switching to this so Snow can tank a little bit.
Stay sharp.
Thanks.
Just
Actually,
stay out of my way.
there we go. Oh, so my TP gauge is for techniques. Okay.
That's what I'm talking
I was gonna
about.
say Lightning might be a better Ravager than Snow is. Maybe I should switch that. Okay, I do have them. Okay.
That doesn't look good.
Go this way. I'm sure there's a little chest orb. Yep. Preemptive? I'm gonna be big mad. That should have been preemptive.
That's kind of what you were talking about, though. Like, it's kind of hard to tell to get it right with that because they don't really tell you. They don't really signal like where their front and back is, or where their line of sight is, rather.
Yeah.
Try that.
Stay sharp.
There we go. This battle thing is so good. There we go. Yeah, everything moves really fast. Like, that was a longer battle, but that was still under 2 minutes. Silver bangle. Put that on our boy. It's not really using potions, so let's put that on there. And I'm also the sick Go Connor that as soon as I know I can go to the next node, I like open up this right away. I don't wait.
Like as soon as you have points
As soon as I
to
have
spend, you mean?
charge, yeah. Let's make her a better Ravager. A little bit. Oh, he only has really one node to go. Okay. Alright, lady. More magic. Okay. This is so pretty. I find it interesting that the feet
it
are
look-
like heels. That's the sound effect they chose. Are like heels hitting a.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, she is kind of wearing like kind of semi-platform boots. Like they look kind of like Star Trek boots.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
Weird, isn't it?
Oh,
Glazed and neat.
it looks really nice, but it also
Might as
is
well
a
make
bit
introductions.
monochromatic at this point. Like
Nice snow,
obviously, like that's the
Sauvigniers.
aesthetic, but
Short stuff.
it's also probably coming through at 720p for me, just because. So it goes with streams and a stable frame rate.
I'll keep the kids out of trouble.
Problem with that is, you're one of them.
Hey,
Trying
Yeah.
to take on the post-foul C. That was our first mistake. We should have left it to the sanctum.
Fucking Saz.
Why not? I mean, we've counted on the sanctum's foul C for food, water, everything we've needed since the time we were born.
but you still helped us do it. Why's that? Gotta be something.
There might have been. Not so sure anymore.
Okay. Wait. Okay, yeah. We're heading that way.
Guess they're hunting down herd survivors now.
Yeah, this is I can see how this can be like complex enough to be
Sweat it. I'll take care of this.
engaging in the systems
Yeah. Because
without it being like
when I look
overbearing.
At this, when I look at this game, I see the progression of this game. Hello? Where?
What just happened?
I think this battle system turned into the 7 remake battle system.
I can see that. And this is kind of a continuation of like the really older ones, like
Like 9, 8, 7, so on. Like, because part of it, your AI companions, that's a big part of what makes 7 click, is that they are pretty competent just attacking. But you can't. The paradigm shift is kind of you quasi telling them, hey, I need you to focus on this thing now. Whereas in 7 Remake, you can just straight up like slow down time to directly give them explicit commands, which I feel like is an evolution of this paradigm shift moment Now, the main difference being in 7 Remake, everyone has much more defined classes and roles than this.
Yeah.
And the bigger addition is that each character, you can control each character individually as well.
Oh, in the remake games.
Because in Remake, you can switch to Barrett, you can switch to Tifa, so on and so forth. Whereas here, you only really ever control the party leader, whoever you decide it to be. In this case, Lightning. I don't think I need to save. Oh, that was like famous last words. Oh, there's Sarah.
Sarah.
Sarah! Sarah.
This will probably not be the last
get you
Final Fantasy we play on this channel. I fucking love this series so much.
Thanks.
This is goodbye.
Lightning! You're just gonna leave her?
SciComm will be here soon. If they find us, we're all dead. You think Sarah'd want that? You think you know how she feels?
If I leave her, then I'll never know. We'll be fine. I can handle anything they throw at us. No one will die. I'll protect Sarah.
What a
and
promise.
Cocoon.
Mm-hmm.
Does she look protected to you?
I can save her!
What can you possibly do?
Whatever it takes!
Ooh, me. You two are hopeless. You just can't admit it. You want to stay as much as he does.
Call her out. Hell yeah, boss fight.
Huh? Whoa, whoa. No. No! No, no, no!
Sorry, that probably came through the mic a little bit.
Hmm?
I set my cup down. I feel like sometimes these are some of the highlights of these games, is like just these ridiculous large boss fights, which obviously they made a little, I think, sometimes excessive in 16. Like, that's not the right way to put it. I think they were cool, but because they were like these set piece fights, I was not as excited about them as I was going into the game, I guess, by the time I got through them.
Okay. An offensive paradigm like Relentless Assault allows you to concentrate the party's attacks on a single enemy and quickly stagger it. Stop those attacks, and the chain bonus you worked so hard to build will begin to fall. As a result, it may seem like a good idea to stick with Relentless Assault for the entire battle. However, this enemy's powerful attacks are capable of reducing your party's HP to dangerous levels. If any of your party members take too much damage, shift to a paradigm like Solidarity that contains a medic and heal your characters before they are knocked out. Avoid using a defensive paradigm for too long, though. The longer you use it, the lower your chain bonus will fall, and the harder it will be to stagger your opponent. Pay close attention to your party's HP and the enemy's chain gauge, shifting paradigms as needed. For the time being, your best bet is paradigm composed of commandos and ravagers like Relentless Assault. Focus on driving up your chain bonus until your party has taken significant damage, then switch it to Solidarity to recover. As soon as everyone has healed, shift back to offense. The goal is to stagger your enemy as quickly as possible, but do your shifting efficiently without giving its chain gauge a chance to recover. And that's kind of the vibe
that's like where some of the strategy comes in.
So, like right there. I'm gonna go to Solidarity so that Snow can still tank and Lightning can still do damage, but then Vanille can focus on healing. And I really should have made one that had 2 commandos. Because that would have been a good way to really focus on the attacks. Or really capitalize on the stagger. You don't have to tell me what to do. There we go.
Stay sharp.
There we go. Yeah, this is where this game kind of shines in its battle system. I think this is when it sings. And even more so is like when we start getting the Saboteur and the Synergist roles.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it reminds me a little bit of like, I mean, all of these types of games don't open up until a while later. But it's like a game I'd like to play again, but it's complicated or impossible without buying an old Game Boy. Is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Oh.
And Golden Sun would be fun too.
I think Golden Sun's on the Switch at the Switch Online thing, so that's something we could actually do.
True. Which, like, now that they have like Joy-Cons at CES, I'm tempted to just wait until.
You're leaving?
There she goes.
Oh, this time you could actually hear her.
We want to help.
I can't hear
Sarah,
her in my headset. I can hear her out there though.
Oh.
That's probably my stuff.
But without tools, we could be digging for days.
Feel free to step and grab it if you
Yeah, I'll-
feel the need
Army's
to.
on the trail.
Yeah, I'll step away for a second.
Gotta keep
Mama.
moving. For now.
So I just abandoned her and saved myself?
What about your focus? What happened to banding together and saving the world? Isn't that what you promised? Now you want to forget it all and die right here? Snow, you're nothing but talk.
Lightning. I'll do whatever it takes.
I do appreciate how much Lightning
I'll
calls Snow
finish
out.
this focus and keep Sarah safe. That's my promise.
Great job so far.
Stay out of trouble.
I guess I could talk once I unmute myself. Did I miss anything important?
Snow wants to now stay here and figure out how to
Get
help
going.
Sarah. And that Lightning called him out. It's like, what happened to saving Cocoon?
Later.
You schmuck. And was like, you're all talk, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do like that he's called out in that regard.
Snow.
This
Save
kid's
it for next time, kiddo.
he's just a wreck.
You get left behind.
But
It's okay, Hope. Light'll take care of you. We'll meet again.
So it's interesting. I think in the Japanese dub,
count on it.
he doesn't call her Light ever, but calls her Nasan. I'm not saying it correctly, I'm sure, but he just calls her like Big Sis all the time.
Snow or Hope?
No,
Oh, interesting. Well,
sister-in-law. Yeah.
right. That's probably what it is, and that might actually be a term. I think that's roughly what that kind of thing translates to in some other languages, anyway.
Well, yeah, because like
Count on it.
that's what my aunt that my uncle is married would call my mom is just older sister, similar kind of vibe.
Yeah. I think the same thing,
Not happy
and
about leaving.
I don't
Wait.
know like the specifics because
Ooh.
I don't actually speak Korean, but I've tried to learn. So
Our boy Saz, who only has Ravager. So we're just gonna go. And we used up almost all of his Crystarium already. Ooh, this will be interesting because we've lost the ability to have a tank, basically.
oh, because
Because Snow is not in our group anymore.
and I'm assuming Zaz can't be right now, or can he ever be?
He is not one that gets a Sentinel roll. So I'm going to buff their HPs as much as I can. I think that's the move for now. Okay.
Leaving the kid on his own, but we gotta keep moving.
All right. We'll go
We should
halt
make left
there,
while he's on.
and then we'll continue through the lake next time. Later.